We also see Rogue huddling up, getting themselves pumped up.
Got to get hyped. So something I have to wonder is, do you say get hyped or get hyped?
I mean, it depends on the situation. There are times where you get hype and others that you've been hyped already.
Because I don't ever remember it being get hype. I always remember it being get hyped.
Oh, Curry with a nice close-range catch. Looks pleased with herself.
Great way to start off the game with a catch. You know that you're going to be on your catching game for the rest of the game because nothing succeeds like success.
And you see Wildlings huddling up a bit of pressure from Rogue as well. Both of their balls on the right side, a little unorthodox.
Now, please tell me Wildlings is a Game of Thrones reference, or Song of Ice and Fire at the very least.
I don't actually know what they named themselves after.
I'm just going to go with it's a Song of Ice and Fire reference, and just hope that's the case.
Ewan on the left side, missing her attempt. But it's still a throw from Wildlings, and we see James just missing Martel. Now it's Rogue's chance to huddle up. And there we see a couple of attempts, and the shot from Yuan on the return does manage to connect. Rogue down to 4 players now. See Curry unload, but she does miss. Now in the back and forth, Burton gets knocked out from the right side on Wildlings. Now Jessica Garain takes over on the right side. For Rogue, they send a couple of shots toward Captain Lauren Dwyer. Wildlings back to the line. And we see a nice clean block there. See Amanda Hoppenbrauers playing some good, smart defensive dodgeball when she needs to.
Yeah, Melissa Favone getting up there. Or might be Favone. I'm just going to say Favone.
Nice shot from Ewan, just kind of whipping between the legs.
Absolutely.
And Dwyer just staying nimble on her feet, gets away from that ball. Oh, Ewan couldn't find that catch even though it was in the right spot. Tough to get your hands on it sometimes.
Garain there getting under the ball nice and clean, but then missing on the counterattack there. But she got right up at the line there, took the opportunity, and unfortunately the ball just fell a little short, but this time it connected on her target.
Yeah, Wildlings, though, find 2 in response. It's just Hoppenbrauer now against 3 strong for Wildlings. See the throw toward Curry. You see the charge counters. Hoppenbrauer stays alive. We see both Dwyer and Curry, though, running right after the throw's released. Ooh, tags James out with a good shot right down on the knee.
Hoppenbrauer looking really good in this first set. I noticed that her team went with the smaller font way of getting a longer name on.
Yeah, that is one of the longer names, but hey, it's legible. I appreciate that quite a bit.
Absolutely.
Still surviving a block on the ball from Curry. Hoppenbrauer winds up, tags Curry, one-on-one. Dwyer goes for the catch and can't connect with it.
Wow, Hoppenbrauer, she just put her team on her back and carried them to a victory that round.
Yeah, hopefully her back isn't sore because there's another point coming up.
Crowd getting excited for Alberta.
Alberta currently with 7 players on the court. I assume the refs are going to notice that. And
Hoppenbrauer building a pipeline to the hearts of the fans.
And now with a 1-0 lead, we'll see if they can build on that.
Wildlings with a quick snap.
Oh, Curry with a nice little across-the-body shot. Give her team the extra player advantage to start things off.
Now, interestingly, I noticed Savannah Burton appears to be throwing with her right arm today, but when she was warming up, I noticed her throwing left-handed. Is she a switch thrower?
I don't think so. Competitively, I've only seen Savannah throw with the right.
Okay.
Maybe just kind of a warm-up thing for balance. I'm not sure. But Savannah with a very quick release and an accurate throw. Whoa, wow. We see a double catch.
That was amazing. Absolutely phenomenal. That's one for the highlight reel for sure.
You don't see those too often, but Curry doing a great job to hang on to both of those. I think that was her ball that connected as well.
Wow.
So Curry definitely
Phenomenal.
feeling strong, yeah.
I am just going to keep using ways to describe that in a positive manner until I get, oh no.
And I think
That ball touched her when she pushed the ball up, you see with her left hand. The ball hit her, and then as she was moving her left arm up.
I think.
Shaking her head that it didn't happen, but it did.
So it may be that if, yeah, I mean, it was hard for us to tell from our angle where, like, the blocking balls were and the incoming ball. It did look a bit like the ball that popped up after she blocked it may have hit her. But the refs had a pretty good viewpoint from where they were.
If anybody wants to check for themselves, just rewind the stream.
Curry point blank. Does get hit out, but does get the ball back. And now we see Fulms. Not 100% sure how to say it. My apologies in advance. Alone, going for Burton in the middle.
Burton, ready on her toes. Even that Bruce Lee Jeet Kune Do stance.
And now Wildlings with 3 balls. They're going to need to connect to end this point, and they do. Get themselves on the board, evening things up 1-1.
I still can't get over that double catch.
Yeah, that was a great moment.
If there's some way to just put that back on and to just broadcast that again, that was phenomenal. And it wasn't even like she caught one and then the other tucked itself in. That was 2 at the same time, like gripped with her forearms. That was just solid ability all the way through.
Well, James couldn't find that catch. Dwyer hit out as well, and Rogue get themselves an early 2-player edge. Playing off the scramble from the rush pretty well there.
Calling out a target there and connecting right on the face.
Wong hit out as she went low. That is the risk you take sometimes.
When the only part of your hitbox is your face, can't be upset when that's what gets hit.
And we saw Curry there making a hit, and Wildlings losing 1, but hitting 2 out, so I'm sure they'll take that overall. But Rogue still with a 3-on-2 edge. Curry with a good smart block. And a throw from Fulms.
Yeah, Favon there almost with a bad block, but luckily doesn't graze any part of her.
I think the incoming balls may have hit in the air too, so.
And that would render both balls dead and unable to knock a player out.
And we'll finally tag out Schmidt.
Yeah, Curry with a good cross there. Curry been putting on a great display as well.
Yeah, despite her last name, really leaning into the hot dog condiments color scheme there.
Yeah, I've noticed that most teams tend to coordinate the colors of their bottoms, but they generally don't. Oh wow, you see that hit on Favon there? Those nice protection there from her teammate.
Yeah, Abu Risk aggressive, but she knew she was covered. She had confidence in her ability to make that shot. Charge counters from both of them. But
Not connecting.
Yeah, Fulms.
Nice slide dodge.
Yeah, good lateral and low play on her part. And there's Abu Risk just swallowing up that ball. And that is the first lead for Wildlings. 2-1 edge.
Yeah, it's going to be on Rogue for sure now to put some points back on the board, because that's 2-point momentum for Wildlings, and breaking momentum is usually a very important part of winning a game.
See off the rush. Burton gets the lateral a little farther out. Wong acting as bait. Does make the hit, but then gets tagged out on the return. Now Wildlings to the line. There's the throw from Abu Risk that goes between targets. And now it's Rogue's turn. Oh, and there's a shot by Ewan onto Schmidt.
Zawalak really not selling Abu Risk on her fakes there. You noticed Abu Risk is not even flinching.
Yeah, sometimes when you get a read on the difference between somebody's actual throw windup and their fake, sometimes you know you can just kind of disrespect the fake.
Exactly. You don't have to flinch. You don't have to adjust your gameplay until you see the actual throw coming.
Oh, Wong took a shot that, it did connect, it looks like. I think
There we go. Palmer's coming up.
Hoppenbauer's was not ready. Ewan does get tagged out there on the back and forth, but forces the trade with Fulms.
Leaving just Zawalak left.
One-handed block by Dwyer, who takes the shot. But I think the throw before from, I believe that was Wong, did connect. You see Fulms kind of, sorry, not Fulms there. Zawalak shaking her head, kind of wishing she'd gotten a little further over on that dodge. Martel with a little bit of a happy dance to start off sudden death. So both teams will start with their 3 balls, no blocking allowed. And whoever wins this will take the last point going into halftime.
I'm going to say that this is a very important round for Rogue to win, because you want to be going into the half at a 1-point disadvantage, not 3.
Burton 2 for 2 on throws in this sudden death. Very accurate, going low with those shots. 3 for 3. I feel like
let's see if she can make a 4th. Got to be feeling confident at that point.
Yeah, when you're hitting throws like that, it's a lot like confidence with catching. If you know you're hitting your spots, then you're going to keep taking those.
4 for 4.
Such good accuracy there. Accuracy, I would say, even more important than velocity if you're working on your throw.
Wow. You see that catch right there, too?
Yep. Good work. And I think, yeah, that's the point. Wildlings looking strong in that sudden death.
Rogue came out with a quick point on the board, and then Wildlings taking the next 4. Anything can happen in the second half, but if I had to venture a guess, Wildlings is going to be riding this momentum. Rogue at this point will basically just be trying to keep morale up and making sure that doesn't affect their psychological game.
And I want to thank one of our sponsors, Tourism Charlottetown, for helping to support this event. One fun tourist fact I learned in Charlottetown is this week is Burger Love in PEI, which means an awful lot of restaurants have some kind of really cool signature burger on the menu.
It's a whole month.
Is it a month?
Yeah, it's Burger Week everywhere else, but Charlottetown goes all out and made a whole month.
I've had one of the best burgers I've ever had here this week, and a couple other really good ones. So shout out to the Family and Friends restaurant in Kensington. Your burger was incredible.
So who can you go with to the Family and Friends restaurant?
I went with, someone.
Family and Friends?
Sure. Wildlings. They're playing defense with just 2 balls. Rogue has 4. And you can kind of see there, the 2 Rogue players on the left, they were faking, but to me their fakes looked pretty unconvincing. And I didn't really see the Wildlings flinching too much either. Oh, there's a shot popped up. Burton can't get to it.
She was looking for it,
yep.
And then it hit the boundary.
Alert play, but I don't think she had enough room to get there.
She could have jumped and tipped it back in and hoped a teammate got it, but that's dangerous because then you're tossing a live ball at a teammate.
Yeah, it can be risky. I've seen it work once in a while. Ooh, and there we see 2 Rogue players hit out.
Now you'll notice that number 15 there didn't touch the balls after she was knocked out, and that's because you can't interact with a live ball after you are dead or that ball is forfeited to the other team.
Curry this time tagged out. No double catch to be had. Jocelyn Luke on the exchange hits out her target, but then
Hoppenbauer doing well again.
Yeah. Solid performer for this Alberta team. It's a no-look attempt on James. Luke takes the shot. James's shot, I guess that was a hit, so well placed. Right on the ankle, it looked like.
Absolutely, just caught her feet and an unfortunate missing of the block.
Yeah, that throw accuracy, very important to have here. If you can, if you have somebody kind of at your mercy and they're holding out a blocking ball, it feels bad to throw it right at that blocking ball, or worse, right at the catching zone if you point blank hit somebody in the gut and they just kind of swallow it up. That's never a good feeling.
Yeah, you want to find ways around the blocking ball. You can put top spin on it to hit the top of their back. You can try and curve it in. You can just try to aim it above or below or around their blocking ball. But you have to understand, too, that doesn't always work because they can move the ball. The ball is in their hands.
One thing I'm noticing is Rogue is putting those 2 balls on the inside on the rush, which is a more defensive start. You can see that the inside runner is keeping both balls and protecting herself rather than looking for the pitch back for a teammate to go on the offensive.
Oh, I believe Wong just made a catch there.
Yeah, it looks like she took out Jessica Garain. was the captain of the Calgary team last year in Manitoba. And now the captain, or co-captain, I believe, of the Cross Alberta team. Ooh, nice face catch there. Favone, good concentration to hang on to that and bring in some help for her team.
Still gets knocked out, though.
Yeah, I think most people will take a hit for making a catch. An aggressive throw toward James.
James calling for a play to slow down a little bit, getting everybody regrouped.
Well, that second shot does find Fulms, and now.
And Zawalak as well.
Yeah, it's just 2 left on Rogue against 4.
Hoppenbauer and I can't see numbers on the front of these jerseys.
Yeah, they're coming up. They're going toward James. It's interesting, if you play dodgeball with a wall a lot, you tend to get used to going for the middle, because then the balls, if you miss, do roll back. But that is not a concern in the net here. But you can see that they're really gunning for James. I'm not sure if they're used to playing with a wall or not, but I find that is a very normal target selection for teams and players that are used to playing with a wall.
Another reason why you might target the center is if the balls on the team are getting moved out to the wings, right? So if the center is going to be the one player who's not guarded.
Yeah, different schools of thought on that. Some people like to suppress any possible counter by going for the players holding a ball. Some players like to go for the less guarded ones who are not holding a ball themselves.
Right. The easier hits are the safer strategy, and if you notice that Rogue has been playing more defensively, like you're saying, with the 2 balls on the inside in the opening rush, it's very likely that they're going for the safer strategy. They're just trying to play, disciplined, standard dodgeball.
So McKay was hit out. Rogue down to just 1. And we see a shot toward Ewan, missing a little bit to the left. That one more on the money, but blocked well by Ewan as she goes low.
Feeling out her opponent for sure. You can see her winding up, and she's not even, at that point, she wasn't even faking. You can see she was just looking for the shot.
You see as well, Ewan was out wide on one side and Curry on the other side, just kind of making it really hard for the defending player to pay attention to both.
There is no worse position to be in as the last player left than when you have 4 balls and the other team has 2, because you know they're going to feel confident taking that counter.
Oh, nice throw.
Beautiful shot on Curry.
Oh, Abu Risk almost bobbled that, but tracked it down regardless.
Yeah, that was hers. She dropped to get it. She made it happen, and there we go. That's now 6-1 for Wildlings.
Yeah, the points have been fairly close, and I'd say that Samantha Schmidt played that reasonably well. It's tough odds.
Absolutely.
I like Martellus started off each point that I've noticed, at least with a little bit of a dance, keep herself loose, keep the spirits up.
Zawalak knocked out once again.
Yeah, still playing well, but getting knocked out, maybe targeted a little bit early on, and I believe that was Hoppenbauer knocked out on the far side as well. Rogue up to the line. And we see them going for Ewan and missing. Once again, I'd say the Rogue players on the left side from our vantage point, their fakes not looking as convincing as they could. If you're ever in doubt about whether your fakes look convincing, always good to get some recording, see how it looks, see if you would believe it, as we see Schmidt get tagged out there. And if you want to work on fakes, I would always say just practice throwing the ball except not letting go at the end. That way, you should guarantee, wow, nice exchange.
Nice dodge, too, there from Rogue, just going directly underneath the ball.
Yeah, I think getting really low like that, often one of the better ways to dodge. Ooh.
Misses the block.
Yeah, tough spot for Garain to be in, but once again, Wildlings playing pretty strong, up 7-1. Yeah, if you do want to work on pump fakes, just work on throwing without letting the ball go, and then you can kind of walk back the motion from there. It's the best way, I would say, to learn to.
Of course, don't throw as hard as you can if you're not going to let go. That can cause shoulder problems.
Oh, yeah, that's a good point. Do not want to hurt yourself if you don't need to.
Yeah, go through the motions properly, and then, just start backing it up a little bit.
Looks like Burton's throw dipped down enough to be a problem for Garain as she gets knocked off. Burton threatening again. Right after you've seen her make a hit, that fake seems a lot more weighty.
James getting caught out there. Dwyer and James both in the same ready position for a moment there, and then James having to get out of the way and not being able to. Curry calling out a target, but Ewan taking the shot.
Yeah, connecting there low. Yeah, it can be tricky when you still have 6 in the court. You don't have a lot of room to move laterally, so.
Absolutely. In the women's court, you have the issue of that you have to stand closer. When you're playing in the men's game, 6 broad-shouldered men side by side, they take up the whole court.
See Schmidt getting hit out there. Once again, Wildlings doing pretty well in connecting with their throws over the last several points. And Burton, I think, got hit out. So that is one of the very accurate arms for the Wildlings taken out. Good choice by Rogue, I'd say.
Dwyer calling it a play. And they make the play. 3 balls on that one target.
Yeah, that trailing shot was just to make sure. Curry hit out as well, though. And a shot toward Ewan. She almost reached for it, but that missed her a little bit wide. See Favone maybe saying what the play might be, but maybe not. Oh, looking for the catch there, but getting knocked out was Martel, leaving just Favone on the court. Against 3 for Wildlings. Good low posture. And went for Dwyer, who jumped and avoided it. Good fake from Dwyer. See, that was a fake that I believed.
Oh, yeah, I actually thought she was going to release there. She might have even thought she was going to release there and then saw she didn't have the shot and then just pulled it back. You saw she lifted her leg up, too.
Yeah, really selling it. We saw those charge counters again from Luke on the left and Ewan on the right. Very casual dodge from Luke. Maybe read that the ball was going a little bit low. That time had to hop over it a bit more. See an aggressive counter attempt. Ewan firing high, but the good blocking ball by Favone keeps her safe. Now we see the behind the back call. And
see there, Dwyer not getting the catch.
Yeah, Dwyer definitely a good catcher, but you won't always find all of them.
Favone now must be feeling pretty good. She's knocked out at least 2 of the players.
That's a good point from her.
I believe it's sudden death now. 2-on-1, that is still possible. She can still do it.
That's right, and even though the match is out of reach, still very much worth gunning for those points for tiebreakers in the standings and for team morale.
You don't make it to this level without the always try to win mentality.
Nice grab.
Wow, fantastic.
Sets up and dares the other team to hit her. Ewan puts it right in the pocket. Oh, and then would you look at that? Jocelyn Look with the catch. Retaliating, bringing James back. James hit out in the back as she turns away. Luke did find the line, it looks like. Tried to dance her way back, but
Rogue manages to pull it off. So 7-2 victory there for Wildlings.
Yeah, Rogue getting the, I guess, first point and the last point, but everything in between going Wildlings' way. I like that Rogue kind of wrapping things up with a team cheer there. That's good spirit on their part. I feel like even if they got a little bit outclassed in that match, they still showed up really well.